So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I want to dive into today includes the state of play teases and confirmations. We're going to dive into all of that today. The PlayStation 5 Pro price discussion and Sony investing in a new studio. First, yes or no, are you watching the state of play today or not? The show goes live today at 5 p.m. Eastern and will be about 40 minutes long with 15 plus games to be shown off. And I'll be there to watch, of course, but of course, that's just me. What about you? So comment below, yes or no, if you're going to be watching the state of play today or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Sony investing in a new studio. Reading from Game Developer, Sony has made an undisclosed strategic investment into African mobile publisher Carry First. As reported by CNBC, the Japanese company made the investment through its Sony Innovation Fund. Carry First is based in Cape Town, South Africa, and last year raised $27 million to develop and license new titles. The company has worked on projects including Mine Rescue, SpongeBob SquarePants, Krusty Cook-Off, and Ludo Blitz. It has also partnered with Riot Games to launch local servers for Valorant and brought Call of Duty Mobile to the region in tandem with Activision Blizzard. Carry First co-founder and CEO Cordell Robin Coker, I think, said its partnership with Sony is still at the exploratory stage, but hopes the PlayStation maker will buy into the idea that Africa will be the next big video game market to take flight. Carry First is aiming to launch its debut first-party title in 2024, and Robin Coker is confident the studio will hit that target. So obviously from looking at the titles, we know that it's a mobile studio, but looking at the titles, they're all mobile games. I haven't played any of them. Sony is also not new into investing into new regions with programs like the China Hero Project and the India Hero Project. So this looks like another way to reach out to a new region of developers. Of course, we're going to have to see how it goes, and hopefully we get console developer support out of Africa as well. Before we get to the next story, we're almost at 100k, guys. So if you enjoyed the video so far and have been enjoying my videos, of course, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't done so yet, we're almost there. Now, diving into the second story of the video, State of Play teases. So, since Monday, we've been getting teases for the State of Play happening later today, and we have a good idea on what most of the games set to be shown will be. So, we'll get into the latest teases and then dive into the full list that we have so far. So, the big recent one is Hideo Kojima himself, who posted the State of Play announcement on his Instagram page, pretty much kind of confirming the report that Death Stranding 2 on the beach will be present at the show today. I'm really interested in seeing how the gameplay loop changes here with Death Stranding 2, and I hope we see gameplay of that later today. Next up is the Stellar Blade X account coming back to life after years of silence. So we know it'll be at the show today as confirmed by Sony, but this is also a nice thing to see the Twitter account or X account come back to life. Then we also have the Sonic Generations story. So we originally thought it was Sonic Generations Remaster, but apparently it'll be called Sonic X Shadow Generations, and people are assuming or guessing this means that Shadow is playable potentially in the game, this new revision of the game. I haven't played the original, so I can't really add much to that story, so that's what we have so far there. And finally, we have the Silent Hill 2 trailer and shadow drop. So this one is very exciting to me because according to horror game leaker Aesthetic Gamer, with Silent Hill 2 potentially set to be shown off today, Silent Hill the short message, the demo, could also shadow drop today as well, which I hope it does. As you guys know, I always welcome more horror game playtime, so I'll be checking it out if it happens. So that's what we've gotten so far in terms of teases since the last time we had a video. So Sony said there will be 15 plus games there, and we don't know if that just means 16 games or something more, but here's the list that we have so far. Here's everything combining official, confirmed stuff, and rumors. So get ready, here's the full list. Death Stranding 2, Silent Hill 2, Stellar Blade, Concord, Judas, Until Dawn Remaster, Rise of the Ronin, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Sonic X Shadow Generations, Silent Hill The Short Message, and Metro The Awakening. So I think that's about 10 games, 10, 11 games out of the 15 plus set to be shown off. And that list is already amazing, in my opinion, from what we have already so far. So I'm excited to see what else shows up at the event later today. But you guys let me know if you're excited for the show based off what we know so far or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, the PlayStation 5 Pro price could be cheaper than you thought. So this is something I've wanted to talk about for a bit because the pricing some people are throwing out for the PlayStation 5 Pro reminds me of the days before the PlayStation 5 itself launched. I want people to remember how that was and how crazy it was back then, because people were dropping prices like $600, $700, and of course we saw the famous memeable $800 pricing for the PlayStation 5, and some people believed that would be the pricing for the console, and I don't blame them. You know, that was before the console launched, but for me, even back then, I was looking at the logical market approach. There's no way this thing was going to be priced at, $599, $699, $799, but of course it could have been that way. It didn't end up being that way. I remember how crazy the numbers got back then for this thing, and in the end, the PlayStation 5 released at $399 and $499. $399. Take that in. After all the crazy prices people were dropping, $399. People are doing similar things with the PlayStation 5 Pro right now, and the prices are hitting $599, maybe a bit above that. I haven't seen anybody throw any $800 craziness yet, but those prices are still higher than I would personally assume. Sony has sold over 50 million PlayStation 5 consoles, with one of them being $499. So they know they can sell you a PlayStation 5 at $499, hitting those numbers. People will buy that. Sony also wants to boost the flow of sales, and while they are eclipsing the Xbox console sales, they were doing the same thing in the PlayStation 4 era. And let's remember what the PlayStation 4 Pro came out at, which was $399. That was the price of the PlayStation 4 originally at launch back in 2013. Also take in that Sony recently bumped up the price of the digital PlayStation 5 to $449. $449 and $499 are the current prices in USD, and I think the PlayStation 5 Pro could be in that arena of pricing. The PlayStation 5 Pro, remember, is releasing later this year, according to reports. 4 years later. Crazy how time flies, but still 4 years later after the launch of the original PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 Pro will probably also have a disk drive and diskless option as well, so they could very well set the price at $449 for the diskless PlayStation 5 Pro and $499 for the disc-based PlayStation 5 Pro, and drop the pricing of the base PlayStation 5 to $349 and $399. So it would be $349, $399 for the base PlayStation 5, and $449 and $499 for the PlayStation 5 Pro. For me personally, the alternative I see could also just be a $50 price bump on each of these. So $399, $449 for the base PlayStation 5, and $499 and $549 for the Pro. I personally don't think Sony wants to hit $599 or above, in my opinion. I could be wrong, and we will see how that plays out later this year when they officially announce this thing and the pricing and pre-orders and all of that good stuff. But here's the prices that I've personally wanted to talk about for some time now. But you guys let me know what you think the price of the PlayStation 5 Pro will be. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps. So subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is the body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "It is finally showtime." That's obviously referring to the state of play later today. I'm so excited to watch this thing, talk about it with you guys on X. If you don't follow me on X already, that's where I post those live reactions and the news that pops up live as we're watching the show together. So if you want to do that with me today, follow me on X at TCMF2. I'm excited. later today. If you are as well, destroy the comment section with "It is finally showtime," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.